thought-provoking article about autism and unmasking, or should I say, how we should, as neurodivergent people, rethink what unmasking really is. The article is called Shifting My Unmasking from Revealing to Unearthing. Unearthing, digging something out like treasure. And I want to read you some parts of it that really stuck out to me. Because I take words very literally, my initial interpretation of unmasking was imagining the act of removing a mask that exists on top of the real me. So I approached unmasking as stripping away. If I only could peel away the surface layer, a whole, unmasked autistic person would magically exist underneath. I thought it was simply allowing myself to stim or look weird or awkward, which I often did anyways, despite my best efforts, or ignoring social rituals or conventions entirely. By focusing on external behaviors, I approached unmasking as a reverse social skills training, where I was ridding myself of fake behaviors without questioning how I actually felt about them. I still didn't know who I was behind the mask, so stripping away my neurotypical suit was unhelpful and dangerous. Our masks, damaging as they are formed to protect us, and I ended up socially punished. Without any sense of self or understanding of my values, this punishment was devastating. I had no armor left, so I created new social messages where I was bad or wrong to replace those I had been working to remove. Focusing on revealing my external behavior also made me take certain behaviors as innate to me that weren't. Many of these things were driven by panic, trauma, and the consuming anxiety caused by the conflicts between my values and contradictory messages. I wasn't even aware of this deep anxiety because I had denied and disconnected from my feelings and physical needs. This focus on unmasking as an external process broke me. I went through a year of intense depersonalization as my nervous system tried to protect me from the consequences of this kind of unmasking. I no longer recognized myself in the mirror. It was only when I began to work on listening to my body and revisiting my understanding of unmasking that I started what has been and still is a long process of returning to myself. I find that the word unmasking no longer fits me. I once told somebody, I'm not unmasking. I'm conducting a whole archaeological dig. I still use the term unmasking publicly because it has an essential and established shared context. And privately, I imagine a process of unearthing instead. Discovering my body's needs and values gave me access to a part of the process I had been missing. It became less about revealing myself to others and more about finding myself. I began to connect to how my body feels, to have some sense of what my body needs, finding the pieces of the values that feel important to me and putting them back together again. It's an inside-out process, not an outside-in process. Repairing something does change the shape of it and what it looks like, but it's not the same result as removing a facade.